Day 18, this was initially going to be something else, but instead is going to be my gay manga plan to read list. Now, obviously, it being a gay manga list, the overwhelming majority of these stories are going to be BL, or at least feature relationships between men. However, there are a few, from what I recall, in here that feature other members of the LGBTQIA+ community. So if you're looking for other kinds of Fruity Pebbles, they will be sprinkled in here and there, but they are not the majority, so I'm not going to say like this is a full LGBT manga plan to read list. Almost everything that I will be mentioning in this video can be found on my manga list, on my anime list, which is linked in every single one of the descriptions of my videos. So if you see something you like, something you have an interest in, something you want to know what it is because you have no clue what the the title was that I just said, you will be able to find it there for the most part. And if you'd like to see me get to some of these series for topics for videos, make sure to join my Patreon or click join. Except psych, I'm a liar. That will definitely not guarantee it. Yonju Made Nishitai Ju no Koto are 10 things I want to do before I turn 40. Yeah, I just remember this was kind of cute looking, so I picked it up. It's on my plan to read list. Abarenbo Darling is by Junko, who is the mangaka of Kiss Him Not Me. I have always heard good things about her BL, even though from my understanding she doesn't make BL anymore. Pick up at least one of her other BL, and so Abarenbo Darling is the one apparently I would be picking up. Amachin wa Jisho, I believe, is an Ochoko Noko series. I didn't even know this was on my it gets at least a mention in this video. Amairo Paradox, I have like needed to get to for like a decade. I really genuinely thought for so long that this would get a proper anime adaptation, so I held off on watching it entirely for that reason. Let me just say, Six Lovers, we have our opinions on Six Lovers. The Amairo Paradox episode, mini episode in Six Lovers was one of the few highlights of Six Lovers for me personally, which just solidified my wanting to get to it. So I would like to get to it eventually, but it's just forever in the PTR. Anata wo aishite Yamazu, You Are Loved Earnestly by Takashi Matsu, a Geikomi mangaka. I fucking love Takashi Matsu's work. I love the body work. I love the character design. I just love Takashi Matsu. So this is on there entirely because I love Takashi Matsu. There are several of his works on here. Highly recommend him. Aono Flag, which I understand is a fairly, at this point, I just have to say is a controversial series because for so many reasons that we're literally not going to get into because it is not what this video is about. But eventually I will read Aono Flag. I've always wanted to. Bara Ono Soratsu, Ohi Tabara no Kishi, Wrecking with the Rose King, the Queen, and the Rose Knight features on events not covered in the main series, including stories about the characters' everyday lives and Margaret of Anjou's past. Obviously, queer character is in the title of the story. I don't know how much of the side stories feature Richard or anybody else or any other sort of rainbow anything going on, but I figured at least mention it in that regard. Binetsu Shukan by Aoi Kujo. I don't know what this is. BL manga. That is just in my list, so I don't really have anything else to say. Boku no Omawari-san, My Dearest Patrolman, which basically is like the BL version of Pita JK. In my mind. Bokura no Shikishi, which is Our Colors by Gengaro Tagame. I will say that eventually I do plan to read My Brother's Husband. I was thinking about reading it and doing like a vlog type style video for Pride, but I saw how long it was and like that was just definitely not happening. Anything longer than like 5 chapters was not happening this month. Quite fucking Friday, which is why Complex by Mandaringo was also axed as a video. Really like the cover for, it's less talked about than My Brother's Husband. I will eventually get to My Brother's Husband to read it because I feel like obligated as a rain bro, and I do like Tagame Sensei's work. I like The Fisherman's Lodge. I liked Virtus. I like several different other series of his. He still posts on Pixiv to this day. Love that for him. Obviously an icon within the Geikomi scene, and so Bokura and Our Colors just looked real cute. There was one of his I like found in a library like within the past year and like skimmed through, and there were aspects that I was like, ooh, but I know people don't talk about it, and I know why people don't talk about it, which is unfortunate because it was nice, but I don't remember what that one was. Bokura no Shokutaku, Our Dining Table by Orimita is a very cute 2 dads BL manga. I've wanted to get this forever because the blonde guy is super fucking hot looking, and so this has just been on my PTR forever. Cinderella Closet, I'm only mentioning because I really don't know what this is about, and I'm not gonna like remind myself what it's about. I just know it looks bisexual in the cover, so I'm mentioning it, but I could be completely wrong. Dare. Bad Boys Happy Home, Doi Yankee Akamatsu 7 has been on my PTR for a while. I feel like I might remove it from my PTR. I don't know. I'm not like a fan of like Yankee characters, generally speaking, I would say, outside of like Kuramochi from Daya and Kuwabara That's about it. That's the limit, I guess. The idea of like Yankee BL, I don't know. I have to think about it. It's on the list for now, though. Doshio mo nai kaeredo by Isaku Natsume. This is apparently a side story. Also, another reason why I am inclined to read Amaero Paradox is that's the same mangaka as Tightrope, and I absolutely love Tightrope. This is also by the same mangaka. I just really like their art, so of course it's on the list. Farming for Love. We have the first manhwa on here by Tarang. I just remember the farmer guy is like really hot. So like that's really all I need, right? Fudanshi Kazoku, the Sawatomi family is full of Fudanshi. From the single dad to his two sons, BL runs in their blood. Obviously this is about Fudanshi. I don't know how many of them are actually members of the Scarlet acronym, but it's a house full of Fudanshi, and so that's good enough for me. The Two Lions, Futari no Lion. Y'all gonna notice this about me. I feel like, I mean, I live in my truth. The funny thing, and this is like, I think like why I always want to hammer home the points that I make about Puritanism and whatnot when we talk about BL and series depicting men in relationships, is that I like say so much about these different series, Sasaki to Miyano, Given, fucking Cherry Magic, like all these different series, and like I complain about like how these things are propped up for their Puritanism, when like ironically, like in a lot of my PTR, a lot of series that are like fall under that umbrella, definitely like on my PTR and are like what my interests are. So like when I'm saying these things, you have to understand it's coming from a place of someone who enjoys both of these things. Enjoys like the more erotic stories, enjoys the more like safe as ever living borderline homosocial stories. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy both of these things. So like it's not like I'm just like all the time. Like there's always like these like really cute BL series in the mix in my PTR that I do read or like plan to read eventually. Whenever I'm highlighting these things, I'm highlighting these things as someone who's a fan of all of it. Like I'm not saying that one is better than the other. I'm not saying one is worse than the other. But like when you are propping up one kind of story that like is devoid of sex, which is a core thing in homosexuality, you are coming from a place of homophobia. These things can both simultaneously exist, and they should simultaneously exist because there's so many goddamn fucking straight stories that have both of these things everywhere at all fucking times. That's where your homophobia comes from, bitch. But yeah, Futari no Lion looks cute as fuck, so it's on my PTR. I think that I Can Hear the Sunspot is also on here. Like, there goes all my credibility. Game no Koku Haku, which is BL, that's all I know about it, and it is by Mandaringo. And so I've always wanted to read more Mandaringo, because again, Complex, from my understanding, is one of my favorite manga of all time, and easily my favorite BL manga, if not my favorite, one of my favorite BL stories of all time. Gero no Ie, the House of the Brutes. Good old Gengaro Tagame doing what he does, in my opinion, best. I could always read more Tagame. You could always read more Tagame. You could read Tagame at all. Gimokuse no Shitateya, or Haberdashery Gimomuse. I don't know anything about this. I just know the guy on the cover is hot. So, I mean, do I need any other reason? But it is BL. Goku Jo Oyaji. More Takashimatsu. Hakenden Toho Haken Ibun. I would love and would, like yesterday, read the Hakenden manga if it was fucking scanlated, translated, available in English in any way, shape, or form. And it absolutely is not, unfortunately. This is what I wanted to read for such a long time. Harem manga no Shujinko Daga Ge Nanode Mainichi ga Surai is basically about a guy who is like experiences so much like harem manga tropes, but he's gay. So that's fucking hysterical. Absolutely on my list. Haru to Natsu to Nachan to Aki to Fuyu to Boku. A whole lot of fucking twos. This is by Sagan Sagan. I just know this is a BL manga. It looks cute. It has the erotica tag, so at least I have it added for the right reasons. Hidamari ga Kikoeru. I hear the sunspot. Again, like at the peak of everybody's like, not problematic BL manga and shit. Not fetishistic. Doesn't have all that yaoi whatever the fuck. Who gives a fuck? I am gonna read it. But again, I enjoy like both sides of the spectrum. It's the fact that some of y'all are just homophobic as fuck. Y'all don't actually want gay men. Y'all want men who are just good friends who like have like touch each other and hug each other platonically. That's what a lot of y'all really fucking want. Himemuko or Scarlet Secret. This is also boys love. I do not remember much about it. I just really like the tattoos on the guy on top. Hisochi no Dekigoto, more Takashimatsu. I love me some Takashimatsu. Hoto Musko Takoi no Hana or No Ana by Kyugo BL. Shirt's being ripped open. Come on now. I wonder why I picked it up. Itsuka wa Kuma Goroshi, more Takashimatsu, which I think I have read before, but maybe not. Jiyao, this is just the actual novel. Jiyao, as y'all know, is... We'll talk about Danmei, actually, and Danmei Donghua later this month, actually. I absolutely loved the Danmei Donghua, even though it was not the best animated thing ever. And so I would like to read like the actual whole original story in its proper Danmei novel form, since obviously shit was likely cut from the Donghua. Jinx! I just gotta read Jinx. At this point, I just have to read Jinx. It's like an obligation at this point. Like, I have to read Jinx. And like, I was always deterred from Jinx in large part because I didn't love BJ Alex. And so like, more from the BJ Alex manhwaka writer or artist or whatever, I was like, Mingwa, I don't know if I want more with you. But Jinx is just like such a beast of its own like being that I'm like, okay, you know what? I can ignore how I felt about BJ Alex, and actually I'm gonna give Jinx a try eventually, and I definitely will probably do a video on it, and I will probably just be like, it was fine, and that'll probably be the end of it, because that's often how it is with most of these things. But with all the pearl clutching and the shrieking and the freakouts and like the meltdowns, like I gotta get into Jinx eventually. Director, I'm a bottom, no. Kantoko neko na ore wa dame desu ka? I'm entirely here because this cover is hot as fuck. Will I read this one or will I read this one is what really needs to be determined. This I need to delete the fragrant flower blooms with dignity from my list, because I remember I wanted to read the manga, and then watching like the first episode of the anime, I was like, what is wrong with me? Kieta Hatsukoi, My Love Mix-Up. From my understanding, this is what, a bisexual love triangle? The black-haired guy on the cover is hot, and so that's really all I need. As a bi boy, I feel like I should read this out of obligation. Will I enjoy it? TBD. Killer Crush is BL, and I don't... Oh, I have seen the cover for this before. This is kind of, I don't know, interesting. Another BL manhwa on the list. Kimi Arite Shiawase. I don't know what this is. I just know it's boys love, and it's historical. Kimi ga Koi ni Ochiro, You Will Fall in Love by Hinako Takanaga, which sounds familiar. Oh, this is from the creator of Koisuru Boken. So I think I just wanted to see what other works she's done. And so I think I added this. It's only 6 chapters. And so you know what? Let me see if you got other works that I enjoy, even though I didn't love that other one. Even though I do want to revisit it at some point. Maybe later this year. Kimi ni wa todokanai, I Cannot Reach You. More of me outing myself is just enjoying, pure boy shit, but it is what it is. Another one, goddamn. Just throw me away. Kimi ta nara koi wo shite mitemo. If it's you, I might try falling in love. Will I? I don't know about all that. This one I'm like fresh in my mind because I saw someone singing its praises who I do not respect. Literally like last night or 2 nights ago. So, I mean, it's on the list for now. I guess I'll read it. Kimi wa Natsu no Naka Dojinshi Akane no Koro, Evening Glow. I guess it's a dojinshi set in between Kimi wa Natsu no Naka and Kimi to Natsu no Naka, which I enjoyed both of those. Again, crucify me as you absolutely should. Kimi yo Shiruya Minami no Goku, or Do You Remember the South Island's Prisoner of War Camp? I started this and never finished it. This is by Gengaro Tagame as well. I think I started it because I was reading it, but then I was like, oh, I kind of want to actually read this. So this is absolutely on my list. King of Idol Barao o Gakuen, which is more Barao no Soretsu. So again, Richard is clearly in this one, so we have an intersex lead, even if it is a goofy little gag. Idol AU. Kingsmaker is a BL manhwa I have wanted to read for years. And initially I was like, okay, I really like this art, but it's not a priority because there's no But then from my understanding, the sequel has So I will absolutely be getting into it eventually, because I know that I have things to actually look forward to. Kiniku Kitan Muscle Octamaron. This is just another one, much like Takashimatsu, where I don't know how many of them I actually have read already, and so it's just about figuring out what I have and haven't read, and then whatever I haven't read, then ultimately reading it. More Gengaro Tagame. Kino Nani Tabeta, What Did You Eat Yesterday by Fumiyoshi Naga. First of all, Fumiyoshi Naga, absolute legend, absolute icon. The reason this is in my list, I think, is largely because I saw the casting for the drama, and I'm really not, as y'all know, a live-action BL drama fan. I remember the casting for this, okay, the black-haired guy was like really hot. I forget what that actor's name is, but he's really hot. And so I was like, you know what, maybe I'll at least read the manga version of it. Akitomo Koretomo Zoku Itsuka Koi ni Naru Made. This is set in between Itsuka Koi ni Naru Made and Kazoku ni Naru Yo. I love Kazoku ni Naru Yo. The prequel I enjoyed, but didn't love. This is set in between the prequel and the main story. And so I obviously want to complete my consumption of the threequel, apparently. Koro wa Shiroka, Black or White.
You can be black or white, as long as you do me right.
I don't know who this mangaka is, but I think this was just announced or I came across it, and I really like their art style. I really like their use of, specifically in this, ironically, black and white. It's boys love. It's erotica. I'm here for it. Hope you're happy, Lemon. What? Lala no Kekon, which is Lala's married life. I believe I started this, but then was like, oh, maybe I actually want to see what's going on here. I know the main guy is cross-dressing, essentially. Male love interest is hot as fuck. And so, again, I really like the art style. I really like the design of, like, the clothes and the world. I don't know where the setting is, so I'm not going to try to guess and, like, get that completely wrong. Maji Riau Bokura, Intertwining Lives, For Boys Love by Kaori Akiyama. Again, this is on my list for reasons beyond me, but it's boys love. Maku Makuran Hakase no Jiken na Oyugi, Dr. Makarakan, and other stories. Again, more Takashimatsu. What else can I say? Okay, this is one that I have had on my list, again, also forever, and I just need to get to it already. That being Moso Electal or Delusion Electal by Yonezo Nekota, who is also known for Hidoku Shinaide, which I did not love. However, I like the appearance of these characters much more than I did Hidoku Shinaide. Mujikaku Love Factor, Unawareness Love Factor. This is more boys love. I don't know what this is. I just know it's a comedy, and I like the blue hair guy's look, so that's all I really need. Mukizu Ja Irarene by Mika Sadahiro, who is also known for Underground Hotel, which is much later on this list. This is by the same mangaka. I really like their bodies. Underground Hotel I started and was like, oh, I should actually read this. More of that mangaka, so very intrigued to read it. Namida Hana Mizu Gusho Danshi, Sensei's crying face. Ooh, yes. Sensei's adorable, so I'm here for it. Nananse Usagi wa Koinu Mini Muchu. Anyhow, the rabbit is infatuated with the puppy. I'm like having like random flashbacks about what this is, even though I do not usually like Wanko Semeis. So it's on the list either way. Ne onanoko ni shite ageru, wanna be my dress-up lover? Yeah, this is just a man in a maid outfit with a man who clearly wants him to be in that maid outfit and be out of the maid outfit at the same time, so it's on the list. Oh, Neko Tamaho wa Kiss de Horokeru, Cat in Magic unravels with a kiss. The reason I have this is because it's BL and it's cute, is because this is the same mangaka as another one that we will talk about much later in the video. Damn alphabetical order. No Love Zone is by Danbi. This is just another BL manhwa that's on my list. I just know the blonde guy is hot. So that's really all I needed to know. Numa Sugite Mohaya Koi. It's in so deep, it's love already. It's not BL, surprisingly. But I will be reading that. Omairi Desuyo, Hopelessly Devoted, which is a boy's love about a priest and I guess a grounds worker. Love that dynamic. Oku is on here because I have seen the Oku anime and I enjoyed it enough that I do want to actually read the Oku manga. Men are in relationships with men, so Oku obviously checks the box. Fumi Yoshinaga, who has done many BL. Ore Tojoshi no Koi no Hanashi, me, my boss, and our love story. Boys love. Osanana Jimi to Io Dake Dewa, not just a childhood friend. Cute on the cover. This is in my plan to read for that reason. Otono Ke Kinchi, adult experience value. This is also by the same person who did Muso Electal. Cute cover, nice art, always here for it. My Brother's Husband is on the list. I wasn't sure if I had it in my PTR or not, but I already talked about it already. Oyaji Ana no Mujina, more Takashimatsu. It's like I'm trying to read everything that man has ever published. Playtime with Hakuto is another BL manhwa. I believe I started it. Restart wa Onaka wo Sukasete, Restart After Growing Hungry by Geikomi. Why does this feel familiar? It just is. Restart Watadaima to no Atade. So this is a sequel actually. So there's a prequel that I have not read. And yet I have the sequel on here, so it is what it is. Yu no Oto Bokoku no Kami, the dragon's husband, god of a ruined kingdom. So it's a man and a dragon. So obviously that's why it's in my PTR. Sahara Sensei to Toki-kun. BL looks cute. Oh, Sanze Sekai no Karasu wo Koroshi by Keita Saiki. Why do I know this mangaka? They've done mostly one-shots, it seems. And I think I've actually read this one and liked it. But I might be wrong. Looks familiar, but it is boys love. So that's all I need. Yeah, Vampire. I think I skimmed it and then I was like, oh, I actually want to read this. Sayonara Game, I think, is another one that's like cute for no reason. And so throw me away. Shinyu te soko mare shinakucha ikenai no by Seika. This is adorable, hilarious on the cover. I don't know that I can show the cover on YouTube. Shishi to Myojo Lion and Venus, I remember skimming and being like, I don't know. I don't know. I wanted it, I think, to be more erotic. It wasn't like reading it though. So I was like, okay, well, if there's actually a story here and it's not just like all the that I desire, then I guess I'll actually just read it. Yeah, and I believe this is Omegaverse. Yes, and I remember figuring that out. So this is an example, harkening back to the Omegaverse video of, yeah, I'm willing to try something if it turns out to be Omegaverse. I'm not opposed to Omegaverse at all. Now, what in the holy hell? Shonen wa kako wo haramu. The boy is pregnant with Kuko. Is this also Omegaverse? Male pregnancy. It is Omegaverse. So again, another example. I'm willing to try the Omegaverse. Sign, I know, is fairly popular because I believe there's a level of someone I believe is deaf in the story. I could be completely wrong, but I know there's a level of disability representation, so I know Sign is popular, and so it's been on my list forever. I don't know if I still have the interest or not. Skip to Loafer, I think I'm gonna remove from my list because for those that don't know, and this ties into tomorrow's video actually, Skip to Loafer features, I was gonna say Skip, nobody is named Skip or Loafer in the story. Mitsumi's aunt is a trans woman, so obviously would be included in the category of LGBT manga. I don't know that I'm gonna keep it in my PTR simply because the anime is getting new seasons eventually, or at least one other season. So I feel like if it continues to get an anime adaptation, then I don't know why I would have the manga in here. I'm not that intrigued to do both. I had it in here initially before the anime was announced, and so this is like a long time in my PTR. Soreiro Flutter, I believe, is also about a boy in love with a boy, similar to Ao no Flag. So it's on the list, more shonen depicting boys in love with boys. Although I think this one also people don't like. But I mean, I don't know. People continue to be disappointed by same-gender romances between men in stories that are published in shonen manga. And it's like, I don't know what you expected that demographic to do because it's not going to do what you need it to do. Sorenari ni Shinken nan desu, Only Serious About You. This is by Kai Aso. I like the art. I like a hot man. Doesn't take much from me. Suguru-kun Fight, I am very excited to get to, even though I believe it is not erotica, because I follow this artist on Pixiv and have followed them for years. And then I found out they did commercial BL and I was like, all right, let me get into it. And I just love how, like, I don't know, grungy they both look. They both look like exhausted and like emo. So that makes it cuter. Sweet Our One Room or Our Sweet One Room Apartment. Again, I have all the cute shit in my PGR. Tada Ichi no Dake no Ein, Eternally Only Once by Naomi Watari, who, if I remember correctly, no, okay, that's why I know this mangaka. So this mangaka used to do a lot of collaboration doujinshi with this other doujinaka slash mangaka for Initial D. And so I'm much more a bigger fan of the other person they used to work with because they did a pairing from Initial D that just speaks to my loins. Like I can't even express. I own most of it, if not all of them. But they did the back half where they did Keisuke and Nakazato. And I didn't love those, but I respected them enough that I would want to try them doing commercial BL. And so that's where this series comes in. Tightrope Doujinshi. I love Tightrope. Might as well read the Doujinshi. Tonari no Usotsuki. Boys love. There's a very distressed man on the cover, and something about this also feels familiar. None of this is familiar, but I know this artist from something, and I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to look into it because we still have so much more to get through. Uchi no Musuko wa Tabun Gay. I think our son is gay. This is a story that fairly celebrated, from my understanding, about a gay son. I would assume accepting family because it has quirky art style. So, I mean, it's on the list. Under X Ground Grand Hotel. Under Grand Hotel, I, again, skimmed through it. I think I mentioned it earlier, and I was like, oh, maybe I should actually read this story. Unme Demo Netsunai wa Yurushimasen. No spicy romance allowed. Honestly, that English title turns me way the fuck off, especially since apparently the English title should be Even Destiny Does Not Forgive Love. Why do they always ruin the titles in English? This is BL, so it's here. Uo Tamizo, Fish in Water by Gengaro Tagame. This is another story that is this even out yet? Has this come out yet? Yeah, it came out several years ago. More Gengaro Tagame, some of his safer ship I might as well get into. Watashi wa Kabe ni Naritai. I Want to Be a Wall. I believe this is about a lesbian marrying a gay man. Beards for each other. I believe this is also fairly acclaimed, so always interested to try. Zenji-kun Okarishimasu. This is one of the series earlier where I said, oh, we're going to talk about the why I know this artist from. Shena Tamakawa, who also has done Neko Tamaho wa Kiss de Horokeru. Zenji-kun I have always found to be incredibly cute, and it always pops up like every time I'm looking for something. And so it's been on my list forever. I don't know if it's even been translated yet, scanlated or officially, but I'm surprised it hasn't been licensed already. From what I understand, it's fairly beloved. I believe it has like many volumes out so far. Like I want to say at least 5 or 6, plus several tie-in doujinshi. Surprised it hasn't been licensed yet, but what can you do? Setsubo ni Nake, Cry of Despair is by Ryo Shino, who did Shuchu Host New Boy, which I fairly enjoyed, and they also did Kimi ga Kamono ni Nareru Made, which I also enjoyed. So I very much like their work from the little ones, a few ones that I have tried, and so this is just another one on the list. And then the last one I just need to find. Actually, I wonder if it's been added on Mal. I doubt it, because I made an entry like a year ago and they still have not approved it. Is it Desire? Oh, it is! So I can add it to my plan to read right now. So, there are no bad dogs in the world. This is the spin-off to About Desire, also known as All About Lust, one of my favorite BL manhwa of all time. I just have to get to this. I'm dying to read this. This is about the gay friend, the gay roommate. Oh my god, I absolutely loved him. So seeing him have his own spin-off, being involved with someone else, dying to get to it. I was supposed to get to it like last year, and just life has been lifing, so I just have not been able to get to it whatsoever. But yeah, that is all. This is a fucking hour-long raw file. Kill me fucking now. But yeah, that is all of the manga in my plan to read. Predominantly BL, predominantly stories between men, but little sprinkles here and there of other things. Clearly, I am lacking in Green Yuri. So recommend me Green Yuri to read below, I guess. But yeah, let me know in the comments anything you think I should add, especially if it's one of the letters that was seriously lacking in this list. Tomorrow is day 19. Happy Juneteenth. And I will be listing my favorite trans and non-binary characters. Bye!